Hashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And salutations unto the elect men that is feeding the sheep of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in sincerity and in truth with this great gospel coming out of our Bible, our book. And we're going to get into this lesson, man, about 2000. When 2000 came in 1999, the end of 1999, going into 2000, right? The Lord did not come back to get his men, but what did the Lord do? The Lord was showing you pure signs of the downfall of this kingdom, the pure signs of the downfall of this kingdom. Because if you go before, even these devils, they already know it. I'm reading this. It says 1/1/2000, world welcomes new millennium. What else happened? Russian President Yeltsin resigns. New Age met with fireworks, prayer, enjoy a new age. A new age. Yeah, that old, you got to realize, we won't even say age. We could say an era, kind of, because you're still in the era of Edom. But Esau goes through different periods of, we could say, emotions and actions, right? From the time of what? From the Renaissance all the way up to, we could say, they so-called freed the slaves. Esau had one way of thinking, no love, I'm in top, these are my slaves. And then they so-called freed the slaves, released them. A little so-called peaceful time here, right? That's when Esau really opened up on us. That's when Jakes was getting killed. That's when your police force was really introduced. Slave catchers got introduced, got pushed even harder. They became cops. They became marshals, sheriffs, and all these other things, right? What else? Esau, more hangings and lynchings. Jakes was trying to build their own cities, and what happened? Esau came in for the kill. That's one era. And then you had another era from that time all the way to what, the 50s and the 60s, where Jake trying to integrate and join Esau's system, even though it was through Edomites pushing this agenda. Because when you go back in history and you read talks, a lot of Jakes, they didn't want nothing to do with Esau's system. They didn't want to eat at Esau's restaurants. What black man want to eat white man food? Let's think about it. What Hispanic really want to eat white man food? We're dealing with these new age motherfuckers who talking about, I want it medium rare. I want filet mignon. I want this. I want that. Yeah, you want to eat like the enemy. Talking about what's that other bullshit? They be eating these uncooked ass meat. That them Chinese and them be sushi. All this bullshit these heathens be eating. I don't want none of that. So Jake didn't want to eat at them restaurants. Jake didn't want to go to school with the devil. That was that Illuminati shit. That was that propaganda to integrate, to get that black money into that white man's pocket, to get you thinking, indoctrinated by Satan, right? They remove the father out the house. They got the mother working, and they got the child being indoctrinated by the schools. That was one era. Then you fast forward to the open season on Jake era, when drugs, right? They put drugs in the black and Hispanic community, and they speaking about war on drugs. That's what, all the way to what, 2000. So, and then after 2000, Esau said, fuck it. That's when the Lord said the man of sin being revealed. Once that 2000 era came in, man, you already knew this white man was the goddamn devil. He wasn't hiding it no more. Man. And we got to go back. What happened to your jobs in America? You had the North American Free Trade Agreement, where they sent all your jobs into different directions overseas. Big companies just packed up and moved overseas. So everything was moving towards what? The collapse of America. Read the book of 2 Ezra 6, verse 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished. It's vanishing away. It's been vanishing. The Lord said, once you go into the stars, that's when I'm bringing you down. The motherfuckers went to this heavens, what, late 60s? So ever since that time, this man has been being brought down. When that time popped, when it looked like Esau had money due to credit cards, due to his technology, his computer, right? Another thing, matter of fact, let me read this and I'm going to go to that back to that article. 2 Ezra 6 and 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away, The days of your great grandparents been gone. The days of your grandparents are gone. Shit, the day of your parents are gone. Hey, your parents was disco dancing, doing cocaine in the motherfucking club with them tight ass clothes on. Your dad was trying to hit every woman he seen. Yeah, you remember them days. You probably don't, but guess what? That was them times. And your parents had to, guess what? Them days are gone. Shit, your days is gone. A lot of you brothers in your 30s and 40s and 50s. Yeah, the Bible said, remember now the creator days of thy youth, while the evil days come nigh. Not matter of fact, let's get that. I'm read the book of Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Yeah, the older you get, the more miserable. Look at America. America's getting more and more miserable. It's just miserable shall be the cities where my people serve. There's a verse in the Bible that speaks like that. We're not only going to be the ones miserable. These cities finna be miserable. These countries finna be miserable. And we're looking at the downfall of these places. Yeah, we're going to meditate on that whole 2000 things because the apostles were not going off. The Lord didn't come deliver us. But guess what? That motherfucking world that you knew did end during that 2000 era, man. That transition into the millennium. That transition into millennium. The dawn of a new millennium was just under 20 years ago. The world we live in now is completely different from then. The world we live in now is completely different from then. Here are the biggest changes. As we get closer and closer to 2019, this is an old article. We're past 2019, so these motherfuckers didn't even see the COVID. They didn't see the lockdowns. They didn't see the riots and all hell breaking loose on earth, right? Just like right now, we just talking about things we see right now. Imagine what's finna come next year, the year after that, 3-4 years from now. Yeah, it's finna get fucking worse. I'm gonna read, as we get closer and closer to 2019, it's hard not to look back on the years past and reflect. The Bible said, remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations, right? And reflect on how different everything is now. And everything, yeah, because that world you knew, that world is gone. That world died. 20 years ago, in 1999, the world was a completely different place than it is today. We were on the dawn of a new millennium, stressed and unsure about what Y2K would bring. That Y2K, the end of all technology, what some clock got to be reset, some bullshit, some dumbass shit. Like we're living off of electronics, like our lives are based off electronics. No, that's you, devil. That's why when he put that chip in your ass, even he know, hey, everything has an expiration date when you're dealing with his technology, right? Cell phones were only just beginning to become popular. You can even really go on your cell phone and watch things. Now you can watch movies on your phone, stream on your phone, communicate with people across the world on your phone. Social media was not yet the number one topic of conversation. Britney Spears had just dropped her first album, and the newspapers, magazines were still going strong. Who the fuck buying a newspaper right now? Everything's done through these different devices, from your computer, your cell phone, your tablets, right? Although 1999 might not feel that far away, sometimes when you think about it, how much the world has changed since then, it feels like it happened a million years ago. Here are a few more examples of how different our lives are today. Here, let me go to the book of Isaiah 51, verse 6. It says, lift up your eyes to the heavens and look upon the earth beneath, for the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment, and they that dwell therein shall die in like manner. But my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished. Right? I'm gonna read it again. Yeah. Everything else passed away, but guess what? This knowledge and wisdom still going strong, baby. Yeah, it's still going strong. Yeah, once the Lord woke up his men to preach his gospel, man, and guess what? This kingdom is going down because of this gospel. This man of sin has been revealed. Esau, goddamn Edom. Esau, goddamn Edom. Before 2000, everybody was looking at the so-called white man as a man of righteousness. These are good Caucasian people. They changed. They're different now. And in 2000 come in, shit, nah. They start clapping motherfucker cops, white cops clapping niggas all over the place, right? White boys showing their true spirit of, I hate niggers. I don't like niggers. I don't like no Hispanics. The spirit of racism popped off. What else? The spirit of aggression. It says, love of many shall wax cold. You go to 2000s, yeah, the spirit of many did wax cold. Why? Because motherfuckers were suffering. Yeah, people went more into poverty. People started losing their homes. You had different bubbles busting. The dot-com bubble, right? All these people thought they were going to be superstars off of these different dot-com, and that failed. The housing bubble failed, right? All types of bubbles failed. That's what happened in this society. Everything these people had put their hopes and trust in failed. Motherfuckers ain't knew you knew you couldn't afford that house, right? So you went and got two jobs, saved up all your money, put it in that house, and what happened? You lost one job, you couldn't afford to pay that bill. They came and got it. Crib gone, you and the family homeless, back in the ghetto, back in the hood, back broke, right? Because you trusted in Egypt. You trusted in Egypt. I'm reading 1999, the internet was still shiny and new. Sometimes that seemed to be full of exciting possibilities. We just didn't know how to use them yet, man. This internet was not set up for these dummies to play with their dogs, for motherfuckers to be showing their workout videos. Yeah, or yo, CT Fletchers. That ain't what the internet was set up for. The internet was really set up for the gospel, for the elect. Because who's really gonna prosper off this at the end of days? The elect. Yeah, all them videos, you got 1 million subscribers. That don't mean nothing. You got 2, 3 million, 4 million subscribers. That don't mean nothing. But guess what? The elect that's waking up the men of the Lord. If you faithful and continue in this truth, man, guess what? You get the kingdom. These niggas finna eat a missile. Why? Because they're part of the world. They're trying to entertain men. We're trying to wake up the elect men. They're trying to keep you asleep, keep you in Babylon, keep you in a state of slumber. It says in 1999, the internet was still shiny and new, something that seemed to be full of exciting possibilities. We just didn't know how to use them yet. Most of the websites we know and love today weren't even a thought in 1999. Even Google had just become a thing about a year earlier. Yeah, we just gonna different things showing you how they're just talking about how, yeah, man, it's a whole new world. It's a whole new society that you live in. There was one point I wanted to get to. Let me find it. It says, in fact, you can talk on your phone, watch TV, scroll through the social media on your iPad, and read different websites. Yeah, okay, all that electronic shit. We already know. Another thing, it was until the early 2000s that smoking ban in restaurants really went into effect in 1999. Look at these Edomites. They only care about folly and bullshit. More folly and bull. The last few years have been full of some truly excellent television. What else? With your television, it went. The moral value on these TV shows changed. They started showing more homosexuals, more adulterous shows, more violence, right? All the so-called cleansy family shows disappeared. All your cleansy family cartoons disappeared. Well, they got fucking cartoons looking like penises in weird shapes, talking bullshit. Yo, SpongeBob and all this dumbass other shit. Yo, man, it just got retarded. You went from fucking X-Men and you had a show called Carmen Sandiego cartoon where she's educating you, and these shows was building up kids' minds. But you go to 2000, nothing but dumbass motherfucking television shows, boy. You sit in the crib with a child, you like, man, get this little retarded motherfucker away from me. Because he sound like the nigga on TV. Hey, Bobby, you little fucking retard. Look at these kids. They ain't number retards. You got 30-year-old retards, 40-year-old retards, man. I'm going to read this part, man. Let me get to the point I was looking for. Yeah, let's go to some serious changes, right? It says today, going into a flight that you are going to have to remove your shoes. Here we go. Wow, this is the one I was looking for. Call hello, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, man. The Lord know what we're looking for. It says again, mass shootings existed in 1999 in the U.S., but they weren't talked about as often. The Columbine High School shooting happened in 1999. And although it wasn't the first mass shooting or the first school shooting, it was huge. It was a huge event. Today, in the times that we're living in now, today mass shootings are happening on a much more regular basis in the U.S. Man, yeah, the Lord is clapping Americans, Babylonians, spiritual sodomites, spiritual Egyptians are getting bullets in their asses. Going to church, bullet in your ass. Going to the grocery store, bullet in your ass. Sitting at home watching TV, bullet in your ass, man. There's a bitch got killed, 3 cribs down from my block. These niggas shooting at each other. Them bullets done went through the wall, tore her ass up on the couch. Bullet in her ass. Yeah, that's what the Lord doing. Read again today. Mass shootings are happening on much more regular basis in the U.S. The days between mass shootings occurrences went from 200 days on the average during the period of 1983 to 2011 to 64 days since 2011, according to the Harvard Injury Control Research Center. Boy, that white boy be watching everything. The Harvard Injury Control Research Center. I didn't even know that shit existed. They watching to see who getting hit up with bullets. Today, going into a flight that you're going to have to remove your shoes. When going through airport security in 1999, you didn't have to do that because no one considered shoes to be a threat. That didn't happen until the shoe bomber in 2001. The rights got taken away after 9/11, right? Online dating was around in 1999. Match.com was created in 1995. It just wasn't something people admitted to talking about, taking part in. But back then it was considered taboo, something people did only if they were desperate. Today people embrace online dating apps, and online dating has lost much of its stigma, according to Pew. Today, about 5% of Americans married or in committed relationships say they met their partner online. You got online dating. Really, it's called online fucking. Online fucking. Because that's all that's happening, man. These people ain't married. These people don't believe in committed relationships. It's adulterous generation that's about to be destroyed. 30 ways life has changed since 2000 that you haven't noticed. Yeah, man, everything's changed. Selfies are considered totally normal, right? 20 big ways the world has changed since 1999. Yeah, that fucking world you knew died, man. Second Ezra 6 and 18. And it said, behold, the days come. What days? The days of visitation. The days of the Lord setting up a righteous kingdom overneath this bullshit right here we're living in. Read it again. And it reads, and it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and begin to make inquisitions of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished. Yeah, this world is vanishing. The ways of Edom is vanishing. He's exposed. Yeah, shit, you gotta realize wickedness don't last. Wickedness don't last. You got all these crabs in a barrel, man. What they doing? They eating each other. All this wickedness is set up for wicked people to be destroyed, man. The righteousness, they're going to seek the Lord, and they're going to put their trust in Yahweh. And they're going to be delivered in that time, man. And, man, you can't think of nothing else. It's either deliverance or deliverance. I used to say before deliverance or death. No, now it's deliverance or deliverance. Because if you put your trust in the Lord, what else can you be looking forward to? I'm reading, when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished. This place is finished. This place is done. This place was circling the drain. It's not too much left for this place. There's nothing for this place to offer you. Nothing. Then will I show thee the tokens. The books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. They shall see all together. It's the book of 2 Peter 3 and 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Because under Satan's authority, underneath the rulership of Esau, Edom, it has not been, things ain't been right. Things ain't been right, man. We've been treated wrong. Let's be honest. Everyone on the earth has been treated wrong, but who gives a fuck about the other nations? I'm only thinking about the elect of Yasharallah, the elect of Israel.